Another shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Another shot is gonna hit you with a mind overloading on it. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember everything we say is just our opinion. But then again, it might be the alcohol talking. It might be the alcohol talking. Let's go.
Welcome to Another Shot Podcast, where our opinions might be real, or it could just be the liquor talking. Sit back and enjoy another shot.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our Thirsty Thursday Thoughts and Shots, a production of Another Shot Podcast. I just like to throw shit out there every now and then, just random out of the blue. But let's go ahead and do a quick shout out before we truly get started. If you're looking for good drinks, good food, and all around good time, guys, check out MLH Distillery right here in Grove City, Pennsylvania, the official sponsor of Another Shot Podcast. The address is 107 Breckenridge Street, Grove City, Pennsylvania, 16127. Their hours of operation is 5 to 11 p.m. on Friday, Saturday, 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Those dates will be changing and actually adding to. The phone number is 724-264-4959. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, most of your social medias. The bottles you see on the screen, guys, or that you have seen sitting at the bar, you can find at mlhdistillery.com. Better not do that. That one might be trademarked too. Don't forget the food. They have the bar bites. You got your homemade Italian wedding soup, meatballs, 3 meatballs at that, hot sausage and peppers, spinach artichoke dip, Tuscan white bean hummus, and antipasto skewers. Guys, it is a cocktail style bar, so as you see on the menu, try their old-fashioned, the whiskey sour, the mint julep, which is my personal favorite. They have your rum and cokes, your pina coladas, your mojitos. Go ahead and say it, beautiful.
Don't forget the black or white Russians.
For you more simpler people, yes, they do have a couple selections of beer. And yes, for you non-alcoholic drinkers, you can still enjoy the food and the company and enjoy a good soda. That is MLH Distillery right here in Grove City, Pennsylvania. Check them out, guys. Ouch. I can't even do my drum beat. I'm telling you, I tore something in this hand. It has to be. There's something not right. It shouldn't be grinding 2 days in a row. It's stabbing. It's hot. It's not fun. It makes work interesting, especially when you have to work with your hands and do heavy lifting. Little man had to turn around today, and I've never met a black Russian Chassis. Hi, John. I'm sure they're out there. I mean, I can honestly say I've never met one either. Hello, beautiful. Good evening, Shannon. Oh man. No, I had Connor today actually do a run for me early this morning because one of my coworkers, they pretty much depleted all the ACE wraps and everything else that was in the first aid kit and splints during their little mishap many moons ago now. So Connor ran to the store for me and got me a wrist splint. And wrist splints are, when they say all, fits most sizes or all sizes fit or what, one size fits all, any of these different, here's a fact for you, John. It's not true. So I kept having to take the damn thing off and on, because at some points it was feeling like, my fingers were about to fall asleep. They were getting cold. Like I'm losing, and this is supposed to be something that's supposed to help you and protect you. And, no, it was doing me zero favors. So yes, very interesting today. But yes, the famous hub, I know, but the good news is, and me and John have had this conversation, I'm ambidextrous. I know this also, yeah. That's kind of like why, I'm a huge fan of getting it straight from the doctor, because normally they'll sit down, like, when my mom had her hand surgery, they fitted her. They sat down, they molded it, they fitted it. I was ready to rip the aide's head off because she's literally less than 24 hours out of surgery. You're not supposed to be moving the joint. She had like reconnections. Like they went in there and like redid all her stuff. It plainly says, do not move your hand. And here he is like doing this. She's almost in tears. And, your oldest son is ready to absolutely just kill this dude. And it's like, why? I mean, well, we have to find some way to get it. Not the way you're doing it, kid. Next one that's going to have surgery is going to be him. Oh, I was not happy, and I made it very clear. So that's why some of the others were coming over and trying to talk to me and laugh with me and joke with me, and, something to kind of get my attention away from what was going on, because I was... John's heard this term before. I was about to go nuclear, big time. Hey. But that being said, I did have a thought today, which is rare, I know. But it was one of the many times I go up, obviously I go up and I get 30 cups of coffee a day, according to the guys at work. I get 3. But I overheard them talking about MMA and the upcoming UFC that is going to be at the White House. So they're discussing this, and as soon as somebody brought up the White House, what do you think triggered somebody else to say, oh, I won't be watching it because of that? Question, why don't I see other people's comments on here?
Because they're on a different streaming platform. So you only see yours in your chat. But if you look at the screen, you'll see me post them.
Yeah. So if they're on YouTube, then only the YouTube people will see the chats. If you're on Facebook, those are the ones you'll see. And depends on which one you're on. I don't know. Is it going to be, can he see the ones from my personal and another shot page? I'm pretty sure as long as it's on Facebook.
Yeah, all Facebook is able to be seen by Facebook, and all YouTube is able to be seen by YouTube.
So that's why we post the comments, and that's kind of our way of,
acknowledging that we see you.
We got you. 33, no. We already had the coffee conversation, but this drove me up the wall. They were talking about MMA. They were talking about the fights coming up. And because it's at the White House, obviously we know the direction this other person was going. Like, why? Why did it immediately... How many times we brought it up? The reason we don't talk about politics or religion on here is because you can't even turn on the TV. It's like in everybody's conversation anymore. What is everybody's fascination with it right now? Is it, I mean, do people really love being pissed off that much? Is that the form of entertainment anymore? They're at the White House. How awesome is that? You know, flip the coin. Does that mean, you know, the other side's not going to watch it? You know, if they don't like who's in office, Jesus God. I mean, that takes away from the guys that train day in and day out and bust their ass to get where they're at. You know, I think there's a title fight that on that card. There's still, I don't think they've finished it yet, but I mean, so what? So who cares who's in office? Okay, let's call it out right now. Trump is an MMA fan. He has been for a long time before he was president. Who gives a shit?
It doesn't matter who it is. It's still an honor to be able to be invited to the White House. Period. It doesn't matter who's there.
Do you realize how hard it's going to be for those guys? Because, you know, the security and everything, especially if they're going to have fans and all. I mean, that's unprecedented that he, you know, to have something like that, which is going to be open to the public. I mean, yeah, it's already open to the public for tours, but, you know, you have to schedule it. You have to buy tickets. You know, you get scheduled to go in. What? Why are you looking like that? Speak.
How are they doing that then? Because normally for that kind of stuff, you have to be vetted. You have to, you know, there's a lot that goes into something like that.
Yeah. Well, first off, you know, here is my political talk. The man's very unconventional, so he's probably just going, you know what? Here, hell, they invite, you know, the Super Bowl winning team, you know, to come on, and if I'm not mistaken, don't they invite the, you know, the World Series champs to come? You know, but the fact is, if I'm not mistaken, I don't have all the details yet. But
I get inviting teams or different things like that, but to have an actual fight that's open to people to be able to come, I mean,
maybe limited tickets, maybe it's just a prestige thing. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have all the specific details to it yet. But I mean, there obviously there is a lot to it. What really pissed me off was the fact that, you know, somebody took a simple conversation. I don't even know if they were involved in the conversation because, like I said, I just happened to overhear it. I'm standing at the coffee machine, and, you know, obviously as soon as somebody says UFC or MMA, they've got my attention. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Oh yeah, the upcoming fights at the White House. Oh, I'm not watching it. Why? You know, does that mean you're not going to watch any of the other events when he's present? Good Lord. I mean, for real. I guess you're not going to watch WWE either because he's got a big hand in that. You know, he might be president, but keep in mind, the man's still a businessman as well. He's got his, you know, finger in a lot of stuff. No pun intended. Ouch. I'm just going to have to put my hand in a bubble. Yeah, that's... that just proved my point, though. Like, I mean, remember I said before, you know, you can't even turn on ESPN without them saying, this is what's going on, that's what's going on. What's going on, KD? Fonger pie? Speaking of fingers, I wonder if Sam's watching yet.
I do have a public service announcement.
Oh, do tell.
Water is my friend.
So that was kind of my thought, and you know what? Here is Kit Kat, you thirsty?
No.
You know what's funny? There she is. Hello, gorgeous.
Water is my friend.
If you go out and you ask the significant other, I was actually kind of getting on to him today about, you know, dude, you need to take her out, you know, go Saturday or come out and see me DJ tomorrow night or something, dude. You need to, I'm good just writing some more of smoking. You know, if we actually do our part tonight and get done at a decent time, I'm going to 100% go in tonight and I'm going to finish that first book, damn it. I still have to finish Dan's book. So here's the shot to go with that first thought. So yeah, Sam, I got you back. But Shannon, Miss Kitty Cat here is still trying to fight. It couldn't possibly be. It couldn't possibly be. Even though she's seen it happen to you, she's seen it happen to me. She goes, had to be the cognac. No, ma'am. You were already gone before we got into the cognac. As John would say, facts. Sam, that's how you're feeling today.
I drank for a lot of years, and I can honestly say I have never, ever, ever felt like I do today before. I've been drunk, I've been fall over, blackout, drunk before, and I always woke up the next day with no problems. That was not the case, and I'm blaming it on the fact that I'm not a young chicken anymore.
No, I've said that. I've admitted that. Hell, Shannon's admitted that. Shit. Believe it or not, she did not get into the vodka last night. So therein lies the question.
You know, it was the chocolate that I had. That's what started me out, was the chocolate.
She came in and immediately started doing tiny glasses of the tiny glasses, or tiny shot glasses. Smoking Runes is darker than the other two with how the story is going.
Sorry, I'm reading them and I'm forgetting to post them. Sorry.
So I'm starting to wonder if maybe it could very well be the chocolate one. Maybe it the sugar. And I've said it. Shannon said it. Now you're saying it. No, we are not in our early 20s anymore. We used to be. We were having a conversation like this at work the other day, where I mean, it was just the other day. I brought up the whole. The reason I need Saturday is because I don't want to be out until, going to bed at 4:00 in the morning and then trying to get up,
Wow. Wish I was that productive today.
Ah,
I did actually finally get his Reuben made for him.
okay.
So we were able to have our Reubens today. So I achieved one thing.
My question is, did you make the same mistake that I've made multiple times now? Did you eat? Actually, I'd say you probably did, because it's still sitting around the side of the garage.
I ate a little bit, yeah.
But not enough, I bet.
Probably not.
No.
A large fries, probably not.
I've done that too. You have to. So when you guys are getting ready to go and drink, here's a good one. Let's go ahead and get a group conversation going on this. Before you go, now there's going to be a big group of us going Saturday. I'm a firm believer, and this goes all the way back to the first Santa crawl. Eat first. How many of you guys always sit down and try and eat, or are we one of those ones that has to go to the place, eat there? I always think it's better to eat prior to the place. That way it's already in your stomach, it's already in your system, instead of trying to cram. Chances are you're already sipping on a beer, or you're drinking your mixed drink or whatever before the food even gets there. So you've already got the alcohol going through your stomach. I eat before I go out, Keith says. Katie.
Well, in my defense, when do I ever drink like that?
Well, there's that too, yes, but it doesn't matter whether you're a seasoned pro. I've been doing this for 2 years solid, and I've been drinking for how many years now? And you have to eat. Doesn't matter. You have to eat. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. What is people, who eats first? And then what do you eat? Because I think bread, burgers,
Greasy.
I don't know about the grease anymore because the next day kicks me in the ass. But I tell you what, I'm thinking back to one of the times we went to go and watch Beth and Brad at the VFW. Here's a free promo, guys. On Brent Road, amazing place. I'm like, I need to eat first because I knew who all was going to be there. I knew the drinking was going to be going on. So we stopped at Subway and I literally got the Monster. And I was perfectly fine that night. Shannon says, definitely have something to eat, even a snack. Before eating at the venue, I try to eat a sandwich. If you don't eat, you tend to end up not being able to finish the night out or not remembering it.
I remember it. I remember it. I don't ever want to repeat it.
Again, raise of hands. Who have said that? I'm never drinking again. I'm done. Every one of us has got up. Or there's those hardcore ones that wake up the next day and like, I feel like shit. All right, crack a beer.
I managed to do okay. We had to go into the club earlier because they were doing a something basketball, and Blue had to go in there. So I was fine. It was nice and quiet. It was darkly lit. I was good. Ron gave me bubble.
She says yes.
Bubble. So I sat there popping bubbles. Kept me coherent and okay. I did okay. We went home. I made dinner, sat down, ate. It took me forever to eat one sandwich because my stomach's still kind of doing the lose. And then we had to go out to Rendos to pick up that. And I walked into Rendos and it was just like, oh dear.
PTSD.
No, too much. Oh, I can't even handle the smell.
Even 6'9", and we know he is more notorious than I am. I've actually gone over there at times, like I'm loaded to the gill. I'm like, all right, here we go. We're gonna have this, and you'll see him like, I can't. No, I can't even.
Yeah, no. Ron had me drink a ginger ale earlier, and literally the 2 hours that we sat down there, yeah, exactly. I literally sipped at that ginger ale the entire time, and I still wasn't able to finish one can of ginger ale because it was just no. I got home and I tried sipping at my Dr. Pepper. That did not agree with me. So I'm just, water is my friend.
So Shannon, you said you like sandwiches. KD, what about you? John, I know you're still in here, brother. Sam doesn't drink.
When I used to drink, it was basically the same thing as they tell, I would say, what, wrestlers or football players, a big bowl of pasta. It expands when you eat it in your stomach. It expands, so it leaves less room, so it's more filling.
Rice expands. Pasta, think about after you've soaked it for too long, what's it do? It's real soft, real mushy. It's easy to. So,
but it's a carb. You got to take in your carbs, boost up the sugar, so that way when you're drinking the alcohol, the sugars stay elevated.
Well, here's the other thing. Think about this: bread. What's in bread? Yeast. A lot of stuff that you use, I can't eat and drink at the same time due to my surgery. Well, so there's another thing. How about people that have had their gallbladder removed? How about diabetics? How about,
I have no gallbladder and I am a diabetic.
So there's so many different factors that can go into it. I think bread is probably one of the best things to do. And yes, greasy food on top of that, but then people that have the fucked up guts like me. Well, hello, Miss Jan. Speaking of our fellow drinkers, KD, I usually get a see.
Yeah.
I think when you break it down, look at the stuff that goes into making bread, and then look at the ingredients that goes into beer, or how to if I'm not mistaken, you add yeast to whatever to help it ferment. So maybe your body's already it's got some of the same components already. Helps it adjust. I don't have a gallbladder, and Jay is a diabetic. Okay, so you got two people with one of each. I mean, I guess that makes a whole.
You don't have.
What's up, Jason? I don't know. Like I said, I mean, the one thing I'll go back to the Santa crawl. I did start feeling better after we started walking. I was able to get to that, and their stuff is extremely greasy. When we got to that bistro, we always start the bistro, put some food in your stomach. Well, this year I made sure to eat ahead of time, so I already had stuff in. I think that's why I was able to function a little better throughout that day. Now, bear in mind, it doesn't matter how much you eat. Once too much of the consumption is 100% going to get you. I mean, alcohol is alcohol. Once it gets into the blood, I mean, it just takes longer. Yeah, I mean, you got your starches, your proteins, your dairy. You got a little bit of everything when you get a Subway sandwich. Or even if you don't go to Subway, go to your local pizzeria, get one of their sandwiches.
I don't do a whole lot of breads.
Okay, so get the flatbreads. As long as you at least get the protein in you. And yes, folks, that is how babies are made. Put that in your book, Katie. But yeah, drinking. Really, the best thing to do is just drink in moderation, guys. Pace yourself. Take your time. I am a 100% bad example for those of you that have watched this show. Fluffernutter sandwich. See, again, there's the protein, there's the extra sugar, you got the starches, you got everything. I mean,
that actually sounds really good right about that.
John, what is it, Dude, we're like content galore for this man. He's probably sitting there right now just got it. How about you, John? Jason, you and Jan, I see your posts all the time, and when you guys go out, do you guys eat first? For as many times we all hung out, normally we all go to, whether it's Leon's, JR's, Long Boys, whatever. We always get food there. Always. But, Oh man, I tell you what, I both look forward and rue the day that you put me and that man at the bar together. Katie, I'm telling you right now, we could probably do at least 6 books ourselves in a 1-hour sitting. Easy. So I like to eat there, and then I can control my pace. Okay. But therein lies the question. So are you one of those ones that has to have a beer first when you first get there, or do you start off with soda? Me, that guy that immediately goes to the bar and I get my first beer. I very rarely do I get a shot first. Very rare. But one beer, then eat, then more beer. See what the night after, the conversations are so much fun. The next day.
I have never, ever in my life felt like this before.
A lot of you guys are like me, beer first.
I don't like it. I
don't think anybody, unless you're some punk kid, that's a badge of honor. Man, I was so fucked up last night that I was puking my brains out. Dude, it was amazing. And then I rallied and, 2 or so, then food, kickstart the engine. But I don't, you know what, John, I will say for, the handful of times we've hung out, I don't think I've ever seen John do a shot. Now, we have some other friends on here that we have sat down, and trust me, they're the shots flow. Or in mine and Jason's case, the famous flask. You never know what's going to be in the flask. Well, in his case, it's going to be Maker's Mark. Mine, it's going to be, could be Jameson, could be Jefferson, could be Maker's. But,
Mine's Jack.
huh?
Mine's Jack.
Here's a Jack. And what do I do? What don't you do? There's an open-ended question. I only had one night where I was puking due to alcohol. That was the night after I turned 18. I wish I could say the same. But back to what I was saying, I don't think anybody anymore, especially, let me put it this way. The older you get, anybody of age that has hit that, we'll call it the maturity factor, will not, say, oh, I'm gonna, my goal is to puke tonight. I'm not going to stop until I puke. I want to feel like shit the next day. I want to be just, I don't like it.
There was one other time. It was just a few years ago that I got really, really, really drunk that I actually puked and puked and puked. But I didn't feel like this the next day. My head is so cloudy. I literally just feel like it's like just kind of a balloon on top of my body right now.
Well, I think it actually depends. Yeah, see, even Jason, yeah, hell no. I'll tell you what, we'll go back to, we spent all day fishing. The only beers we drank all day were the couple we had when we went to the rest of it was soda. So, and I'll tell you right now, me and Ray, when we all went to Jurgles, him and I were pounding the beers that night. And honestly, it didn't do anything to either one of us. But therein lies the thing. We weren't doing shots either. We were just doing straight beer. We made sure to eat and everything. The statements come away after you comment. He said that about what do I drink? Oh, what will I drink? Maker's Mark all day, brother. Okay. Maker's Mark is what I was meaning. And of course, KD says he drinks, but not to the point where I feel like shit the next day. Here's where my problem is, and most of the time I do it on here. I'm one of those ones that gets so into having fun, and I'm just running with the crowd, and just before too long, there goes my last flying. Who cares?
Well, I broke one of my cardinal rules last night. So I know myself, and I know not to drink when I'm angry or when I feel the need that I need a drink.
The emotional drinker.
And that was it was on me. It was on me. I should not have. And now I'm remembering why I don't do that.
But before we touch on that one, guys, let us go ahead and take a quick break. Dealer's choice, beautiful. Yes, Mother Nature's being a pain in the ass right now. It's going to be nice, then it's going to be cold, then it's going to snow, then it's going to be nice, then it's going to snow, then it's going to be nice. All of us do. And we will hit that up here in a second. Like I said, dealer's choice, what you got, beautiful? We're going to go 3 nights in a row with...
No.
We're pushing it. We normally put out their stuff. Been a minute since we have.
No, I would like...
This bar makes me want to... the last thing you're gonna want is that one. Come on, you're already cloudy. You're not feeling
No,
it.
no, I'm trying to see. Sorry, let me put the glasses on. Maybe I can see the screen. Hey, that's better.
I'm still waiting for GB to give us a copy of the new song. We need to get it out there.
Right here.
This is Delta Circles. Here's to a small town, guys. We'll be right back.
Here's to the ones working hard all week, making this the land we love. Here's to the ones behind the scenes, making this town shine like gold. We crank it up and play it loud so the whole world knows. The place we lay our heads at night, the place I learned to cuss and fight, the place where mama taught me how to pray, the place where we know y'all by name, the place where I was born and raised. Sure as hell wouldn't want it any other way. Here's to a small town. We kick up dust on Friday nights, live it up under neon lights. We sneak our bottles to the game and wear their red and black with pride. The place we lay our heads at night, the place I learned to cuss and fight, the place where mama taught me how to pray, the place where we know y'all by name, the place where I was born and raised. Sure as hell wouldn't want it any other way. Here's to a small town. Been gone so long on the road, now it's time to come home, to see those winter roads I used to roam. The place we lay our heads at night, the place I learned to cuss and fight, the place where mama taught me how to pray, the place where we know y'all by name, the place where I was born and raised. Sure as hell wouldn't want it any other way. Here's to a small town. Here's to a small town.
That was Here's to a Small Town by Delta Circle, which hopefully soon we will have them on here. We've already been in contact with them again, and the first one was fun. The next one, I can't wait to get to know these guys a little better. We didn't get the guitar. I think it was their guitarist that couldn't make it, but hopefully we can get their drummer to talk a little more this time. And to be fair, Glick had the same problem. We both did the exact same thing. It's like, so the quiet one over there in the corner. It's almost like, I don't know if it's stage fright or what, but Emotional drinking.
Speaking of stage fright,
Yes.
so something you said last night,
Scared Shannon off.
finally kicked into me this afternoon.
How many people is going to be at the Troubadour? I'm going to do a shot on that one.
I'm getting sick. I don't know if I can make it.
Now, I am not 100% on whether it is going to be, there's going to be 50,000 there, or if it was just 50,000 people have shown an interest and tried to get tickets.
It's a sold out show.
But see, here's the thing. I've looked up the Troubadour multiple times to find out how many does it sit. I'm like, 50,000. I mean, that's a lot of people for an inside venue. Now, I can understand, like, if it was a stadium, if it was like Bridgestone, which is in Nashville, that's where the Predators play, and they do all their concerts and stuff there, or PPG Paint here, So I'm trying to figure out 10 people. 10 people for what? Where are you at on that one? 10 people. And looking at the pictures and how they set everything up, and I think he was trying to explain that, there's over 50,000, that have tried to get, or on a waiting list in case something comes, I don't know all that, but that's the number it was showing. I have never gotten up and spoken in front of that many people. I'm actually excited about it.
Yeah, you have to ask Lou when it finally kicked into me today when I realized what you had said last night, and ask him what my face looked like when it really sunk in today.
Okay.
The deer in headlights, like, oh shit.
Who is playing there? So, the Kentucky Music Mafia is the headliners, and I'm pretty sure you are familiar with the co-headliner.
Co-headlining with the Southern Outlaws.
And Joe King is opening up for all three, or
yeah,
the whole
Joe
thing.
King, the Southern Outlaws band, and Kentucky Music Mafia.
So yeah, what can I say? It's something I'm definitely excited about, because going to Nashville, first off, you seriously do not know who you're going to run into at any given time. And it's not just singers. There's a lot of actors that go in there, a lot of like YouTubers and, other media personalities go.
There's a specific podcast host that lives in that area that I would very much like to speak with. I'm not sure if I have more of a crush on her or her husband. So it's kind of a combination.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to just keep, here's how I talk to.
I've emailed her literally like every single week for the last year.
Here's the other thing that will get their attention. When they post something, yeah, can't wait.
Oh, no, that one would be nice too.
Well, Blake, hey, nice to meet you. Gwen, let me give you a hug, beautiful. I can honestly say that man's not going to be a bigger asshole than me. On that one, though, the way I talk to somebody I want to, like that Kevin today, when we did the first Real Fix and Chill, Can't win them all, brother. Okay. Sorry. I actually started commenting on his posts, and I did it enough times that he started replying back, and he's also tagging us as well.
That's been driving me nuts when I get a notification and then it's like, what's going on here?
So what he does, he loves our name. I tell he gets a kick out of our name because he will highlight and he'll use it in a sentence. Like, I commented on, he was talking about Linnea Quigley and Tawny Katane. I'm like, I wouldn't know what to do. He goes, you would say, thank you for another, and may I have another, he'd break it up. Or he'd, thank you for the shot, may I have another, something along those lines. Like he would, that's how now, when we had Victoria on here, I just messaged her personally on Instagram. How did it turn out? I'd say it was funny as hell. But I also hear a lot of his shows are funny, but he turns them into one of the drunkest times of my life happened to be at a TDOC conference in Pigeon Forge. Nice. There's a callback. How are we doing this, April? Beautiful. I'll tell you what, some of the drunkest times I've had was, when the TDOC officers would get together and go to down Tennessee. They would we would all get together at least once a month, and we'd go and I don't know, one of the local bars in Crossville or something. And trust me, the drinks flow. I am doing a fantastic, and thank you for checking this out. Hopefully you have what? Haven't got to talk to her in a while, haven't got to see her in a while, so this one goes out to that beautiful young lady right there, Miss April. But yeah, things are going good. Loving being back up home. Cheers. I'm also being a little bit behaved tonight because I still have one more day. So I'm mixing evenly between my proper number 12 and I'm sipping on the Mountain Dews as well. Oh man. So now that she's joining us, I guess we can go back to, yes.
That's another thing that's been going on since last night. My body.
Okay.
1 minute, I feel like I'm on, and you cannot say it's a female.
Okay.
Because I'll smack you.
Oh, that's a female thing all day.
I'm literally sitting there shivering from top to bottom for a good 10 minutes where I can't get warm. And then all of a sudden the heat kicks in my body. And then I go from shivering to sweating.
Okay, so, one of the things I do after a good drink night is I like to take as many naps as possible. And a lot of times I'm waking up because I'm sweating. Your body's fighting it back. It's kicking it back out. You still have alcohol in your system, believe it or not. It's not happy with you right now. Remember, they say your body's a temple, and you made it an amusement park last night.
I never thought to look at the sugar content and everything I had last night.
And do you ever? Nobody does. You drank. That's all there is to it. Quit trying to analyze it because it is becoming a pain in the ass. Nobody, the only thing I look at is I know my Jefferson, when I get into that, what's the Richter scale on that bad bitch? Kat? How do you not remember? There's 3 numbers to it.
It's 130 proof.
That's 130 proof. Why do you think I drink that one? So
we didn't touch
that at all last night. you know, but I am going to say, I too have had problems after drinking, the real sugary stuff. That's why I don't usually get into the Southern Comfort anymore. I don't. Obviously, we stay away from the fucking 99 whipped and bananas. I mean, my God.
I've only said it like 12 times today to Blue. How the heck does he do this on a regular basis?
Because believe it or not, Sweetness, I do try to eat beforehand, and I always say, hey, I don't. Yeah, 99 proof. What? Go ahead.
It's 109.6.
Oh, yeah, Maker's Mark. That's another monster. Is this place you are talking about, Nashville, Tennessee? Oh, okay. So, like I said, I wasn't 100% on whether or not it wasn't going to be 50,000 people. That's why when I looked it up, even I was kind of like, yeah, there's no way. So it had to have been the people that was trying to get the tickets that have shown an interest. They're on the waiting list. I mean, so, okay. So, guys, Nashville, it's a show. We're sure you're not going. No offense, but cool. Now let's talk about drinking too heavy. But yeah, how do I do it on a day in and day out? Well, first, I don't do full shots anymore. I'm only loading this bad boy up, which this is the equivalent of one shot glass. That was it. Yes. And thank you, because I was wondering myself. You found it. That was much appreciated. When I drink this, I only fill it up to about here. Or what else do we do? The tiny tinies. But that doesn't mean, you still have to moderate yourself, because just think, doing 2, maybe 3 of these is going to be the equivalent of 1. How many times have you seen me do? I mean, I've gone through almost a whole bottle before just going through this.
Okay, so if I'm remembering correctly,
Yes.
I did 2 of the tinies.
Mm-hmm. Of the chocolate first.
I did 1 of just straight chocolate,
Right.
and 1 of the chocolate and the Malibu mixed in the tinies.
Okay.
Then we made my purple
Yeah.
passion mixed drink, and then
The Hoochie Mama.
the Hoochie Mama drink. But if I'm correct, when we were on TT and we hit a goal,
There were a few of them, yeah.
the one goal was hit is when we pulled out this bottle and we both did a full one.
You did not do any of the full one. I did not give you any full ones at all last night. I did the full one. I was the one doing the full ones. You did not. You were doing full ones of the triple. Those are the only full ones you did. And that was our special bottle. Like I said, sweetness. All it was a simple.
You had my back. I got it.
You overdrank. It's all it is. Don't try to overanalyze it. It happens to the best of us. April, she said it's one of her worst nights. I mean, we were talking earlier about the stuff we did. Am I peeing blue today? No. Are you?
It's a little greenish.
You sure it's not the lights?
No, it's
I have
like a neon yellowish green.
I have never pissed a different color the next day.
Oh no, I do when there's too much food coloring.
Now, wrap yourself around this one. How many times have you taken a shit and it's like, whoa, wait, why is that green? Why is that pink? Why is that blue? You know, I did find out that different dyes will do that. And that's when I found out that, believe it or not, sometimes they've even put dyes in green beans, which was the last time that happened to me. Sorry, guys, not to be gross, but who hasn't turned around to flush and go, whoa, wait a minute. Honestly, I mean, like I said, don't analyze it. It happens to all of us. Everybody does it. If you drink, there's going to be a time where you overdo it. It just comes with the territory. You take your lump the next day, you'll feel better the following day. Sometimes, you know, it takes a couple days, depending on. And you are right, you don't drink all that often anymore. So that on top of everything else, that's why I said, you know, when it hits, it hits. Red Velvet Cake does that. Yeah. I was so freaked out when somebody had brought pink frosted cupcakes, and they were pink cupcakes on top. You know, it was all pink. It was for Valentine's Day, and I'm like, these things are freaking awesome. They're all. I probably went through half of them. Yeah, we're not going to get too gross on this, but let's just say, you know, I was seeing colors. But I will say this much. Kitty Cat, I did see it. You did spell your name. Right over here in the corner.
See, I told you I can do it.
I believed you. And then I saw it firsthand. It's melted today, but
again, I'm a girl and I can write my name in the snow.
Remember, you told me I wasn't allowed to say, oh, it's a girl thing. Shitting rainbows. I'll tell you what, you guys want to have a good fun time, you know, go out and get like blues and greens and reds and just get as many different colors and just see if you can make a sherbet.
Oh.
And then send the pictures to Another Shot Podcast at yahoo.com. I just did that. Oh. Could be worse. I could have said taste the rainbow. I mean, but there it is. It is too much fun to mess with somebody with a hangover. But I can't laugh too hard because, believe it or not, there's been a few times, especially after a Wednesday, I've had to make that call to Cat and like, I'm tired. I'm hurt. And until she can actually get on camera and be comfortable, unfortunately, we have to, you know.
And like I was saying to you earlier, last night, I don't know if it was just the mood I was in or if it was the alcohol, but I was actually quite comfortable sitting back there with you. So not all the time, but I can see me being on camera a little bit more.
It takes some getting used to. I remember my first few times. And Shannon, she did her part on here for a little while, and it really does. You know, the key is once you start getting that dialogue going back and forth, and the fact that you know the majority of the people on here, you know, imagine you're still in a room full of friends. That's the way I do it. But on that note, folks, we have hit that time of the night. So if you are looking for good food, good drink, good God, make sure you check out MLH Distillery, the official sponsor of Another Shot Podcast. Located right here in Grove City, Pennsylvania. The address is 107 Breckenridge Street, Grove City, Pennsylvania, 16127. The phone number is 724-264-4959. As of right now, the hours of operation are Friday, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 3 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Subject to change.
Very soon, with this weather kicking in, they are looking to start adding days. Looking forward to it. As you can see on your screen, though, if you enjoy, cranberry liqueur, we've tried literally everything. All the bottles you see on your screen and that you see sitting at the bar right here and the ones that Kat put down last night. you can find at mlhdistillery.com. I'm pretty sure you can find MLH on Facebook, Instagram, most of your social medias. Guys, while you're enjoying your drinks, make sure to order order any of these delicious meals. You got your homemade Italian wedding soup. You get a 3-meat meatballs. Yes, you get 5 of them, and they are huge. Hot sausage and peppers, spinach artichoke dip, Tuscan white bean hummus, and antipasto skewers. It is a cocktail bar, guys, so don't be afraid to try their old-fashioned, their whiskey sours. My personal favorite, the mint julep. They have for you traditionalists, the rum and coke, the pina colada, the mojito. Say it, kitty cat.
Don't forget white or black Russians.
The black and white Russians. For those of you that are into the cocktails, they do have regular beer, limited selection. And for you non-alcoholic drinkers, yes, they do have soda as well. Good food, good drinks, guys. Check out MLH Distillery. I hate to say this to you, Kat. Are you in any condition for a last shot?
Oh, I have one.
Don't drink a whole bunch. Avoid. What you got, sweetness? You had one, you changed your mind.
No, I gotta find it. I saved it and I put it in a file.
While she is doing that, folks, make sure you check us out Sunday night for our Sunday night weekend hangover. We have our Monday night bartender, our Tuesday night real flicks and chill. We are still looking for a topic on that one.
I think we might take Tuesday off of real flicks and chill.
I love surprises.
Welcome back. Venus trivia.
I do believe we can accommodate that one.
Maybe.
We'll see.
It's just a thought.
We also have our Wednesday night Levioso Occhio. Stop it, Ron. We have our our Wednesday night open bar, and of course we have our Thirsty Thursday thoughts and shots. Kitty cat, what you got, beautiful?
The 2 most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why.
Okay.
Leaves you something to think about.
Sure. The last shot used to be, you leave everybody on a positive note, not, shit, I got to do homework and figure out what she just said.
Come on now. I'm clouds over here.
It sounded good in your head until you started floating. I love it. Leviosa. She's going to get me on that kick again. Guys, I'm going to keep it simple tonight. May you always have water, and may you always have bread, and be in heaven 10 minutes before the devil knows you're dead. For those of you on TikTok, guess where we're heading next? We've got 1 full hour of fun still to come. Looking forward to talking to you guys. Thank you, everybody, for popping in. Jason, Jan, Shannon, Sam, John, April. Like I said, guys, if you like TikTok, the party's not ending. Everything we say on the show is just our opinion, but then again, gets me every time, beautiful. You guys have a good night. We'll see you later. Cheers.
Thank you for stopping in and listening to the Another Shot podcast. We shared some drinks, stories, and laughs. But it's time to say goodnight. Join us next time on Another Shot podcast.
If you're looking for a party, then man, have you found it? Now the shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Now the shot is gonna hit you with the mind overloaded. The bar is always open when you're in a bitch. And another shot will leave your sensories twitching.